Welcome to another episode of Arts and Crafts for Adults at the Kearney Public Library. Your finished product will look something like this. It's some paper flowers. You get a flower pot. You can decorate that any way you wish. I took this particular one, and rather than leaving it as the paper mache, I used a little just plain old white paint with my foam brush, put 2 layers of paint on, and I got that white color. And then the other thing that I added was a little bit of washi tape around the edge just to dress it up some more. The flowers, you each get 3 flowers in your packet, so you get a choice of things to put together. You can mix and match the colors any way you wish. So if you pick up the packet, you will get some of these green shreds, some lollipop sticks, some tissue paper, and a collection of flower parts. And each package is a little bit different, so should be kind of a fun thing to do. One thing that you might want to use would be a little bit of Mod Podge. That works great if you want to put that tissue paper on the bottom of the flower pot. And we will have some of those available, so if you need one, let us know. The other thing that's handy are one of these glue pens, or any glue will work to attach your flowers to each other. So, after you've picked up your packet, you get any number of flower parts. And I put a few together already, but let's go ahead and do this one together. So I put a hole in the bottom of this one already. I guessed where the center of the flower is. I just poked through it with a pair of scissors. You could use a letter opener, whatever it is. You don't want a really huge hole because the lollipop sticks aren't as big around as a straw. So in order to kind of line these up, I put my paper clip through the hole on the biggest one, and then threaded that next one on. I took my glue pen and just glued the 2 pieces together. It doesn't take a lot of glue, but just a little bit. Press those together, and then you get that first set. And do the same thing with the next layer. So I threaded on that smaller one. I put some glue on that second section, the middle one. And just pushed it down. So then I've got that all put together. You can get rid of your paper clip. Now, one thing that is kind of fun to do with the flowers is you can mold those petals a little bit. So on this one, you'll see that I rolled them over. You could use a pencil, you can use anything. I happen to have some glue sticks handy. So I just went around the edge and rolled those up. And then I took those middle ones and just folded them toward the end, the inside. Just gives a little more dimension to your flower. So we can go ahead and do something similar with the insides of all these others. Or if you just want them flat, they're very pretty that way. It is certainly personal preference what you want your shapes to look like. And just like the flowers in the garden, there's so many different varieties of colors and shapes, and it's just fun to experiment with them. Dress it up any way you want to. I do recommend a glue gun for the next part where we attach the lollipop sticks to the flower. It just gives a little more body or structure to it once you attach those. And same thing with this one. Just pop those up a little bit. And in your packet, you will find all the pieces, and maybe you want to add some colors to it and you just want to use the ones we included as your models as an example. We cut these out on our Cricut, which is down in the maker space, and it's really fun to play with. So if you like this project and you want to make some more for someone, come down to the maker space, and this is one of those saved patterns that we already have because we've used it for a project. So we can get you all set with that. So the next part is to stick these on the lollipop sticks. You could do this with straws too, and if you use straws, they would be open in the center. You could use brads to stick through that middle part. I liked the colors on the lollipop sticks, so that's what we're using today. And I just kind of worked that whole lollipop stick in there. It wasn't quite deep enough, so I'll take my scissors and open it up a bit. Just put my lollipop stick in there. A little bit of glue on the back side here. And a little bit of glue on the top side. And then I just let that sit and dry. So there's one. And we'll do the same thing with the next ones. Once again, I didn't make that hole in the middle just big enough. You could use about anything you want to. Just be careful that you are not cutting yourself in the process of assembling your flower or getting that center hole big enough for what you want to do. Same thing here, just a couple of drops the base of that lollipop stick to hold it in, and another little bit here on the top. So there's another one. And in the middle of these, you could do just about anything you want to. You could put, to give it that center of a flower, you could use buttons, you could use stickers, you could use pom-poms. Lots of options, so it's up to your creativity and what you really love to see in there. The other ones I used for an example, I had some little flower stickers, so it looked like the middle of a flower. This particular one, I have a sheet of flowers. So I might use one flower, and then I've got some really fun buttons to use too. These particular embellishments did not have sticky on the back of them, so I will have to glue that on. But it's just a dab of glue, and then I put my little embellishment in the middle. And I have my flower. Like I said, I've also got some kind of fun buttons here in pastel colors. So maybe we'll add a yellow button here in the middle of this flower. See what that looks like. And maybe it's just odds and ends of stickers that you have at home too. So there's one with that button in the middle. And then on this one, maybe I'll use kind of a pearlized button. And then we'll do the same thing to finish it off. And there you have your 3 flowers. Now that you have all your flowers assembled, comes the last part of it. So in your flower pot, you might want to put some of those stones that you can find for flower arranging for all kinds of decorating activities and things like that. I had some leftover orange ones. So I put those in. It helps the flowers stand up a little bit better. You can arrange them where you want to. And then fill your pot with shreds. And this is the part where you have a little more decoration probably around your work area than you want, but they're very fun. Just arrange your flowers any way you wish. And then you've got a bit of spring to add to your home. So I hope you enjoy this craft project and that spending a little time being creative is good for you, especially in these really cold days. And I hope you enjoyed it. We'll have another episode next month. Thank you.